kitchen. We wanted to bring you a little behind the scenes look at some of the dishes we'll be bringing to you soon. Today, I'm going to show you how I make one of my all-time favorite dishes, and a dish that is a staple in my country, the Dominican Republic. I'm going to show you how to make Pollo Guisado con Moro de Habichuelas Rojas. This dish is so popular in my country that we actually have a nickname for it. We call it La Bandera, which just translates to the flag. It's so famous over there and so popular, and we make it so much that basically it's like our main dish. So I wanted to show you how I make it. It's actually one of the dishes that my family loves the most, that when I make it, I mean, they just eat it right up. So I wanted to show you how I make it. So let's get started. So we're gonna start with our chicken first. And typically what I usually do is I like to trim the chicken, trim any fat off of it, and I also like to wash the chicken. You typically wash my chicken either with some lemon juice or some vinegar. Today I washed it, thankfully I had some lemon juice. And then I also I go ahead and season the chicken. So in here I have some adobo, I have crushed garlic, oregano, and as you can see, I have bell peppers and onions. So to cook the chicken, you want either a cast iron pot or a stock pot, something that's deep enough that you can, turn your chicken and be able to brown it. In here, I have some olive oil, or any type of oil that you like to use. Some people use corn oil or vegetable oil, but I typically like to use olive oil because it's a bit healthier. And then just a little tiny bit, maybe a teaspoon of sugar. What the sugar is going to do is it's going to give it a nice brown look to the chicken. Okay guys, so you're going to set your stove at high heat, and once the sugar has browned just right, you're going to want to start placing your chicken in the pot one by one, just like this, being very careful not to burn yourself. I don't put my onions and bell peppers and cilantro in just yet. That'll be later on. Once I've placed the chicken in the pot, I like to go in and give it a turn so that the other side can brown as well. As you can see, the nice brown look that the chicken is starting to have. After about 2 to 3 minutes later, I add a cup of water in the same bowl or container that I seasoned my chicken in. After all, there's still a ton of seasoning in that bowl. And I'm going to pour that water into the pot, not adding the bell peppers and onions and cilantro in just yet. We're going to go ahead and lower our stove to medium heat and cover the pot. Let all that yummy chicken start to simmer. Depending on how much chicken you're cooking, Pollo Guisado can take anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes. While our chicken is simmering, we're going to go ahead and start on our moro. In a cast iron or stock pot, we're going to add some olive oil. Over here, I have some cut up bell peppers, onions, and crushed garlic. Also, some more cilantro. Now guys, the secret to a great moro is the onions, bell peppers, fresh garlic, and oregano. I love to cook with fresh ingredients as much as I can. I also have some tomato paste, oregano and adobo, a chicken bouillon cube, salt, 3 cups of rice, and my can of beans. You can actually use any kind of beans you prefer. Red beans, Roman beans, or kidney beans. Today I'm using small red beans. My preferred beans are typically either Roman beans or small red beans. We're gonna go ahead and turn our stove on to high heat. Once the oil has heated up just enough, we're going to lower it to medium. Let's drop our onions, bell peppers, and crushed garlic and saute it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once the garlic has pretty much disappeared and the onions are kind of clear, we're going to go ahead and drop the rest of our ingredients in one by one. I like to crush my chicken bouillon cube, even though I know it'll get dissolved. I don't know, it's just a thing that I do. We're going to add about a tablespoon or 2 of tomato paste. You can add as much or as little tomato paste as you like. That's the beauty of the kitchen, guys, that you can play around with ingredients and use as much or as little of what you like. Last, we're going to put in our beans and saute it for another minute or so. We're going to add 5 cups of water for the 3 cups of rice and let it come to a boil. Okay guys, let's check on our chicken and add some more water to it. This time adding all the onions, bell peppers and cilantro, as well as a chicken bouillon. We're also going to add some tomato paste. Again, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, but if you see that your sauce may need a bit more, go ahead and add it accordingly. I actually had to go back and add some more myself. we're going to give it a nice churn, making sure that the tomato paste is towards the bottom so that it can dissolve better and all that chicken is getting all that delicious sauce. Let's go ahead and cover it at medium heat for about 20 minutes. Once the water for our moro comes to a boil, let's go ahead and add our rice, stirring it, making sure that it's well combined. At this point, I like to give it a little taste, adding salt if it needs it. Once most of the water has evaporated, we're going to stir it really good, lower the stove to low, and cover it really well for 20 minutes, making sure that the top fits really well on the pot and that minimal air is escaping it. Don't worry guys, we're going to be eating soon. One of the most popular side dishes that we have in the Dominican Republic are plátanos or plantains. The best way for me to explain a plantain is the big brother or sister of a banana. They come from the same family and they're grown everywhere in my island. In DR, we boil or fry them and eat them green or yellow. Today, we're going to fry a yellow plantain or sweet plantain to go as a side dish with our dinner. To peel a yellow plantain is actually really easy, as you can see here. It's the green ones that I have a problem with, but that'll be another video. So we're going to cut it up as I've shown you here. I have some oil already heating up in a pan, and we're going to just fry them until each side is nice and golden. Being very careful not to burn ourselves, I suggest having the heat in your stove set to medium. As your plantains are frying, we can check on our chicken. As you can see, we have a really nice sauce or stew starting to form. I can just smell all this deliciousness that's in this pot. If your sauce dries up, be sure to add more water or tomato paste if you desire and continue to let it simmer. We're just going to give it a little turn and cover it right back up. Let's go ahead and take our plátanos out of the frying pan. Be sure to turn them on each side to get the nice golden look. Okay guys, so after about 20 minutes, we can check on our moro. We're gonna give it a little churn and kind of fluff up the rice a little bit. Now let's check on our chicken because this rice is ready to eat. As you can see, our chicken is ready to serve too. The stew is just right and the meat is almost falling off the bones. And here it is guys, Pollo Guisado con Moro de Habichuelas Rojas, also known as stewed chicken Dominican style with rice and peas. Hope you enjoyed it.